Miss Rubio again, and I am here to do your guided reading lesson over the book titled Sharks. Remember, our main focus for this week is main idea, so we will be looking for the main idea of different sections with the supporting details. But before we get to that, I want to look at these next few pages, and I need your help. I want you to help me identify some compound words within these next few pages. So let's look. Now remember, a compound word is a word, it's actually two words put together to create one word. So let's go look. On this page here, I see one compound sentence so far. I see the word dogfish. You're probably thinking, what on earth? Yes, you're right. That is a unique compound word. We don't see this word often. But the word is dogfish. Okay, so we have dogfish. What else do we see? I see the word streamlined. Okay. What else do I see? I see the word... Let's go on to the next page. I see the word upright. And, I see the word sometimes. So let's just look at those four words for now and kind of analyze those words. So I have wrote them down here. I wrote compound words, two words that together create one word meaning. And I wrote the words down that we just found together: dogfish, streamlined, upright, and sometimes. Now let's look at the very first word, dogfish. What are two words that you see within this one word? That's right. The word dog and fish. Dogfish. Okay, what about the next one? Streamlined. What are two words that you see within that word? That's right. Stream, lined. Okay, and this one has an ed at the end of it, so it's adding a past tense to it. Okay, because it can just be the word line, streamline, if it wanted to be. Okay, the next one. In the word upright, what do you see? Up and right. I actually want to stay on upright because I want to come up with other words for upright. Let's see. Other compound words. Let's think. Let's start with up. I can do upset. Right? I am upset that we have to stay home all day long and can't go to school. Okay? We can even do upstairs. Right? It's like, I left my blanket upstairs. Okay, and look, if I go and I separate them, it has the up, and up can stand alone, and set can stand alone. That's two separate words. Same thing with up and stairs. Don't see that? Okay, one thing that Ms. Rubio has been doing lately, she's been having to upload videos. Sorry, I kind of cut it off on this thing. Upload. Right? Okay. Very good. So let's look at the last word. The word is sometime. Okay, what are two words that you can see within that word? The word some. Some, and the word time. Now again, if you have problems figuring out the meaning of a word, split up the word and figure out, okay, what does some mean? Well, some doesn't mean all, right? And times. So sometimes. Does this mean all the time? Does this mean none of the times? Well, it means sometimes, so it means a little bit of it, right? And so you would split up those words to kind of help you figure out the overall meaning. Okay? So again, I want you to continue looking for compound words as you continue reading. I look forward to seeing what you guys find. Or you find some that I didn't find. Ooh. If you do find a word, go ahead and just post them down on the Google Classroom in the comments below, okay? I would love to see them. Let's jump into our actual book. Okay, so we're going to look at the section that we were assigned, which was physical descriptions, and we're going to try to find the main idea of that section. Okay, so what I mean by section, let's go look at our book. What I mean by section is every section has its heading. So this right here, physical description, that is the heading. Okay, within that heading, there are a few paragraphs. So this one has 1, 2, 3 paragraphs before the next heading. Do you see how this will be our next heading? So we have 3 paragraphs within that heading. Within the physical description section, we need to figure out the main idea. Now, the other day we talked about our topic being sharks. Okay, so that's right. Our topic is sharks. Okay. Now, I also told you to ask this question here. So I told you to ask, what is the text mostly about? So this is the question I had you asking yourself at the end of each section to help you figure out the main idea. Now, although that is the correct way to find the main idea, I want you to go a little bit deeper, and this is the question I want you to ask. I want you to ask, what does the author want me to know about this topic? Okay, because if we say, what is this text mostly about? Well, Ms. Rubio, duh, the book's about sharks. And you're right, it is. It is about sharks. Okay, but what about sharks is the author trying to tell us about? So let's drift our question a little bit. What does the author want me to know about the topic sharks? Okay, well, in this section, it's talking about physical descriptions. So when I read this section, I was able to figure out that the main idea talked about the physical characteristics of sharks. So the reason I was able to come up with that idea was I used my supporting evidence to help me figure that out. So over here in this slide, and the reason why I'm showing you this slide is because you guys will actually have to complete this slide on your own on Friday. So you will have your own assignment where I assign you a section, and you'll have to find the main idea by asking yourself, what does the author want me to know about this topic? And then having the supporting details. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Okay, so really quick, main idea. So I came to the conclusion that the main idea of this section, oops, let me make my font a little bit bigger, was, so I'm going to put the main idea of this section was, or should I say is, the main idea of this section is physical characteristics. Sorry, Ms. Rubio is not the best speller. Okay, physical characteristics of sharks. So that is my main idea. So again, I like how I'm taking the approach of writing in a complete sentence. The main idea of this section is physical characteristics of sharks. You're probably asking, Ms. Rubio, how do you know that? What supporting details do you have? Well, okay, let's go look at the book. Or let's go look at the section. Which details in the section tell me that the book is about the physical characteristics of a shark? Now, what I mean about physical characteristics is, what does a shark look like? Okay, so that's what that is. So let's go look at the book. Okay, what can I tell from here? So let's see, sharks come in many sizes. Okay, again, it's telling me what it looks like. That could be a supporting detail if I need it to be. Okay, so this right here, hopefully this works. There you go. Most sharks have powerful, streamlined bodies to help them catch their prey. So powerful, streamlined bodies. And that's another key detail that I can add. Let's have a couple more. Let's see. Let's have one from each page at least. Let's see. They are dark on the top and pale at the bottom. So that's another supporting detail. Is it telling you what a shark looks like? Yes, it is. This one even provided me with a photograph. So this right here is showing me exactly what it says in the text. So look, they are dark on the top. Does everyone see how they're dark over here on the top? And they are pale on the bottom. Which means when something is pale, that means it's close to being white. Pale on the bottom. And then it has a caption over here that says, camouflage patterns help sharks sneak up on their prey. So it tells you why it's telling you about this picture. Okay, remember, photographs always have a purpose. Okay, let's keep looking. What other physical characteristic does it tell us about sharks? Let's see. It talks about their how they swim. Sharks swim by swinging their tails from side to side. And then it even gave us a photo. Now, I actually want to talk to you guys about this. This here is not a photograph. Did I say the other one was a photograph? If I said this was a photograph, sorry. This is not a photograph. It's an illustration. Okay, same with this one. This is an illustration. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, Miss Rubio, on Monday you said that fiction texts usually have illustrations. No, you're right. But as we're kind of reading through this, we're figuring out that this is not a fiction text. It's nonfiction because it's giving us information. But in cases like this, where they do provide illustrations, they're trying to give us try to help the reader better understand what a shark looks like. Okay, so in this case, they gave us more of a diagram. So they gave us a diagram. They labeled the different types of fins that sharks have. Okay, so in this case, this would be considered an illustrated diagram. Okay, because someone drew this or they pinned it. But it's also showing us so that it can show us exactly what it looks like. Okay? Alright, so let's go back to our Google slide and provide those supporting details of the physical characteristics of the sharks. Well, I know they swim. I'm going to go back and look. Swim by swinging their tails from side to side. So they swim by swinging their tails from side to side. Okay, that's one detail. Why is it a detail? Because it talks about a physical characteristic of a shark. So what a shark looks like. Okay. All right. What else did we say? We said they are dark on the top and pale at the bottom. So dark on the top and pale on the bottom. Okay, let's have one more because at least have to have 3 supporting details. 3 details that support our main idea. And let's just say that they have streamlined bodies. Sharks have streamlined bodies. Did I spell? Oh, I certainly did. Streamlined bodies. And I put steam, not stream. Okay, steam-like bodies. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow with you too. And then on Friday you'll be doing something like this on your own. Okay, so again, remember, I want you to drift away from the question of what is this text mostly about, and I want you to ask yourself, what does the author want me to know about this topic? Okay, so go ahead and read pages 10 through 12 and find the main idea. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.